Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm surrounded by wrapping paper because it is the prompt of tradition for the 12 Letters of Christmas Day, which is a prompt-based campaign social media bonanza of fun that myself and Lauren from Fiction Tea are hosting, and there are basically 12 prompts for 12 letters of Christmas Day, because there are 12 letters in the word Christmas Day. It's 2 words, but we'll forget that. And this is the prompt of tradition. So you may be wondering why I'm holding wrapping paper, because yes, we wrap up presents, and yes, we can argue that's a tradition. However, what I'm going to be doing today is talking to you about my Christmas traditions whilst I wrap some of my Christmas presents. They're all out of view, just in case any of the recipients are watching this video, but I thought I would get wrapping and just have a chat with you. So this is just a chatty sit-down video. I don't often do these without them being some kind of recommendation based within them, but let's see how it goes. So welcome to my Christmas traditions wrapping video. I feel like it's such a important moment when you have that first cut in the wrapping paper, because it's when it all goes wrong if you're as bad at wrapping it as I am. Although that's pleasing. Okay, I've tried to go for recyclable wrapping paper, as I always do. I say tried to, like it's not an easy thing to do. Just buy recyclable wrapping paper. It's much better for the planet, and everyone likes it because it feels nicer and traditional. Like this is more of a paper-based wrapping paper. I feel like I should be better at this, because when I worked at WATERSTONES we had to wrap up books, and that taught me certain wrapping techniques, if you can call wrapping to have techniques. And honestly, I don't really feel like it's done much to help me. I'm still pretty bad at this. Okay, so the first tradition that I want to talk to you about is probably my favourite Christmas time tradition, and sadly it's one that we won't be able to do this year because COVID. And that is going to the Chinese in the town next to my town every year on Christmas Eve, and I absolutely adore it. Now I know you're probably thinking, but you can still do that. And yes, I know that we can, however, it's not where we live anymore. It's where I live still, but it's not where my family lives, so they would be coming across county, and generally as a cost on top of a year that has already been quite financially strenuous for a lot of people, we just can't justify it. So unfortunately it's going to be something we have to miss this year. But basically this tradition came about because every year, by the way, I'm so sorry for the wrapping noises, I didn't really consider how loud this would be, but anyway, every year we would go with my family and we would have the Chinese, and then we would just drive home and enjoy the lights and things as we drove home. But we went with my grandparents when I was younger, and then my mum and my stepdad got married and stuff, and we still go with my grandparents occasionally, but it seems to have become a thing that we've just kept up, which I really like. I think there's only been 1 year in my life that we didn't go, and I can't remember why that was. It was more recently, but again, since we've moved, it isn't the easiest to do because we live an hour away. Well, again, I don't. I used to live an hour away, and now it's not as feasible, so that's a shame. But when we did go to the Chinese, we would get a platter board, including things such as seaweed and chicken satay sticks, and I would absolutely adore it. I don't have a pen. I'm gonna have to get a pen. I suppose as a counterpart to that, one of the other traditions we would have would be to drive back through the middle of the town on our way back home and see all the lights that people had put up outside of their houses, which I just really enjoyed because everyone had really lovely lights or really tacky lights, but both were just really fun to see. And I just really enjoyed that. It made my heart happy. I am starting to realise the sellotape I have bought is rubbish. Yay for sellotape that doesn't actually stick things down. We love to see it. Okay, it's one present wrapped, and I don't think that the person receiving this will be watching this, so I'm allowed to hold it up like that. Now to find something that will fit in this. Why am I so bad at this? I feel like I always forget to take the prices off of things. I end up having to unwrap half of what I wrap normally. I should be more confident in my ability, but I just can't be. So when we are at the Chinese, another sort of tradition, I've kind of worked backwards here because the Chinese is like the last thing of the traditions in terms of chronology, but when we are at the Chinese, it's the time where we can start to track Father Christmas on the Nordic, is that what it's called? That doesn't sound right. Nordic? No. Norton? What's the app called? The app where you can track Santa. Is it the Nordic? I don't think it is. I've completely forgotten what it's called. You know when something just slips out of your head? Anyway, we can track Santa. So we've always tracked Santa, and obviously now that we have Ava with us as well, which we have for the past 8 Christmases, we get to experience her excitement with it as well, which I just love to see how happy she gets with it. But also I love seeing all the different time zones and where he is over each time zone. I always remember feeling painfully jealous of my cousins who live in Australia when I was a kid, because they would get Christmas before us. But then when we had Christmas and they were going back to sleep, or they were on Boxing Day, I always felt a little bit smug because I was like, ha, we've now got Christmas and you've done. This wrapping is so bad. So I would say, what is that? Okay, 2 down, like 50 million more to go. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, what other traditions have we got? So more of a recent one, like in the last 5 years or so maybe, is my mum and I attempting to make a Christmas cake. Now I say a Christmas cake, it's literally Victoria sponge, but the decoration makes it Christmassy. And I say attempting because it really is just an attempt. Oh, I knocked my advent calendar over. So my mum is a really good baker. So on her, it's a good, like, you know, she's good on that front. And then for some reason I'm the one that is left to scour Pinterest boards for decoration ideas. Okay, you try and save the planet and pick recyclable wrapping paper, and then when you cut it, it just doesn't get that glide, so that is what we're left with. Oops. Anyway. So my mum bakes the cake and then I decorate it, and I'll put some pictures somewhere around here of previous year's cakes, because we've had some good ones and we've had some bad ones. I remember a couple of years ago on Christmas Eve, probably at like 4 o'clock or something like that, it was getting dark. We suddenly realised that we did not have enough icing for what we needed to achieve, and we needed some more red icing, which is a hard colour to find for some bizarre reason. So I was running all over the town that we lived in to find some red icing, and it's a small town and there wasn't much choice. So that was fun. This year, I don't know what we're planning on doing. We had a temporary idea to make a Christmas tree, and then we realised we weren't that talented. Other ideas have consisted of a present, which I feel is a fairly good shout, and possibly something that's doable because it's just in a square tin or a round tin. You could have a round present or just a misshapen present like I'm wrapping here. And then you just put a bow on it. What is this? Oh my god, I'm so sorry to the family members receiving what I am wrapping right now. Anyway, yeah, I feel like you could put maybe, I don't know how you'd make a bow stand up on a Christmas cake, but I definitely think it's doable, maybe? What do we think? Is that possible? Let me know. So we need to get more creative, but that has definitely become a tradition that me and my mum partake in. I feel like it's the kind of tradition where we're really excited for it, and then we start doing it, and the reality of how difficult it is sinks in, because as I said, my mum is good at baking the cake, and she is also good at decorating, but I always want to go really over the top. I completely blame Pinterest. It has sucked me into the void of marketing and thinking I can do a lot better than I can. Which, spoilers, I cannot. This sellotape is atrocious. I am going to town tomorrow and I am buying more. It's really bad. So whilst we're baking said cake, I also feel, and I think I've literally just started this in the last few years because I wanted to, I feel it's necessary that on Christmas Eve, one should be in one's pajamas. This is so bad. So I really love Christmas pajamas. As you've seen from one of my videos, I was literally filming it in Christmas pajamas. If you've seen that one yet. Have you? Maybe? I don't know. There's a Christmas pajama video coming if you've not seen it yet. This is such a mess. And I just really like being in my pajamas all day because why the hell not? So I have nice, fresh, clean pajamas. I get into them, do my hair and makeup and stuff whilst I'm in my pajamas. What am I doing with my life? I mean, it looks neat to you because you can't see the horrific, wonky cutting. Oh my god. There's currently someone moving in across the hall from me in the flats. It's been empty the whole time I've been living here. And if they can just hear me, like, desperately attempting to talk to you guys while wrapping, they're just gonna think I'm insane because they know that I live alone here because I just went and said hello. Okay, now I have to find something tiny, not tiny, but like small to put in this. How have I managed to get that so so bad. Okay. What is this? I think this is an enjoyable video for you guys, so hopefully you're either laughing at me or just ignoring me because it's just become a mess. Maybe editing me is rolling my eyes thinking, what the hell are you doing? You also probably can't hear me half the time because of this rustling. Okay, I've tried to cut this kind of straight. I don't know. Okay, so when I'm in my pajamas, obviously we're baking the cake, we've got that going. I also really like to make it a tradition recently to watch a film with Ava on Christmas Eve. I want to say we watched The Nutcracker last year on Christmas Eve, but I might be wrong. We certainly watched Arthur Christmas many Christmases ago, and that was like the first Christmas Eve film that we watched. That was really fun. I need to reach for another present. Okay, I've just managed to find like the tiniest present available, and that is definitely gonna fit in here. Oh, this is so bad wrapping. How many times can I say that? I should put a tally up. Anyway, so yeah, Christmas film wise, I feel like that has to be a tradition for so many households, surely. Like, Christmas films are the best. They're so happy and warm and just full of joy from the characters as well as the themes that are within them. So a couple of Christmas films that I feel like are really good Christmas films to keep a tradition going is definitely Arthur Christmas. You've got to throw that one a bone because that is just brilliant. It's a newer Christmas film, but I adore it. Cannot not mention Love Actually and The Holiday. I feel like The Holiday is a pre-Christmas film because it's not necessarily just centric on Christmas, but just the whole wintry period, whereas Love Actually is obviously a literal countdown to Christmas, so we've got to love those ones. Another one is The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, is that what it's called? With Keira Knightley and the girl that plays the baby, Renesmee, in Twilight. Not the baby, that's CGI weirdness. The small human, Todd, like this big? I don't know, she's a child. I am so sorry to anyone receiving wrapped presents from me. I just am. Now we've got like half the amount and I don't think I've got anything tiny enough. Oh, that'll go, hang on. I'm on a countdown because as I do this, I'm actually needing to go on an Instagram live soon for the Talking Along live show. So that's how far in advance I'm filming, depending on when you're watching this. I don't really know what day this goes live. It's a teen within December. Obviously it's within December. Otherwise I'm really late on my presents. Oh no, I've just cut it wrong. So another final little tradition before we just talk random rubbish. Oh, did I finish saying about Christmas films? Let me know what your favourite Christmas films to watch are. Obviously have to throw a shout out as well to Elf, which I adore. Fun, brilliant, everyone loves Elf. And the paper chain part in Elf, when he just makes loads and loads of paper chains, is just Ava constantly as soon as it hits any sort of season or anyone's coming home. Like if I come home after I've been like staying here for a long time and I haven't been back for a while, she decorates the whole place in paper chains. My mum sent me some photos the other day, again I will insert here, and it was just completely covered. The house was completely covered in paper chains, and my mum just sent me like the Elf gif and was like, So that's very cute. Who's this for? I feel like there's a certain level of like who needs a label and who doesn't. So all the people that are going to be opening their presents with me around, they're not getting labels, they're just getting writing so that I can just know whose is whose. So far, we are 5 presents strong. Nothing is going to fit in this, so we're just going to save that for later. And keep going for another few presents because I've still got a little bit of time. Something I realised recently is not many people have actually watched the Home Alone films, which I have not seen them in their entirety because I personally, please don't hate me for this, please, but I personally don't really love that kind of humour. It's not my thing. So I'm not the biggest fan of them. And I thought I was alone in that, but actually, speaking with Lauren from Fiction Tea, I've realised that a lot of people haven't even seen it. So, I mean, I've seen a little bit of it because my stepdad really likes it. And I feel like that's good, right? That I've seen a little bit of it. But I didn't realise so many people hadn't. I thought it was really like a national treasure. Can it be a national treasure if it's not set in England? Everyone loves it. That's what I mean. So I thought way more people would have seen it than had. Oh god, we've got to go for a big cut again. I'll just stop talking whilst I do this because it's too noisy. I think I actually did that quite well. Yay, technique, I'm improving. I also think I may have spoken too soon. What kind of food traditions do you guys have? Because I feel like everyone has different things or like different habits that they have with the kind of food they eat. Like I know a lot of people get Christmas Eve boxes with pajamas and also snacks inside them. I wish I got Christmas Eve boxes. We've never done that. I didn't even know it was a thing until more recently. But it sounds like such a lovely idea that you get a little box with pajamas and, I don't know, bath bits and chill bits and some snacks on the night before Christmas, because I feel like that would appease the childhood excitement that you get before Christmas when you're a little kid and you can't stop bouncing off the walls, because that would like give you almost like a filler gift to be like, no, stop. This is stupid. This is the end of the present and this is how much space I've got. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be cringing watching my awful wrapping and also probably commenting, giving me better wrapping tips. I know, guys, this is like, I always have to do the wrapping for my stepdad as well because he is shocking at it. So that's saying something. If you're watching this, Matt, hi. But food-wise for me, one of the things I have to have on Christmas is a box of marzipan fruit, which might sound really weird, but I absolutely adore marzipan fruit and I only have them at Christmas time because it feels special then. But I just really like them, so normally I will get that in my stocking and I will eat them in the evening on Christmas Day. I actually prefer the food in the evening on Christmas Day because my mum makes sausage rolls like from scratch and they are amazing. And we just all get to just chill with like no big expectations of washing up and things. I do like the big meal on Christmas, but the prep and the wash up is just torturous. I feel like I'm gonna start to forget how to write my own name at this rate. The sellotape's getting better. Maybe I'm just getting better. Maybe it wasn't the sellotape's fault at all. But also food-wise, what do you have on Christmas Day? What is your traditional meal? I feel like we don't really have a traditional set meal. We just have whatever my mum gets us. But I feel like if I was to pick a favourite thing to have on Christmas Day, I might go with something like beef, maybe? I know that turkey is obviously the stereotypical traditional dish, but I do enjoy some beef when it doesn't give me too bad of a stomachache. Oh my god, how am I meant to wrap this? This is so bad. I no longer know what's happened to me. This is appalling. I can only apologise, and that probably isn't even enough. Is this even any sort of an entertaining piece of content? This is my way of making traditions more fun, because I thought I would just talk to you about the traditions and then give you a random book recommendation. But I thought, no, every single video I do is pretty much book recommendations. So I thought, sod it. We will talk about traditions whilst watching me fail at wrapping Christmas presents. I mean, what have I done? This is a ridiculously difficult thing to wrap, to be fair. Like, if you knew what I was wrapping, you would give me sympathy. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, family. Actually, that's not too bad. Notice how I'm saying family and not pointing it out, so everyone's still surprised. Oh my god, I've made a hybrid penguin. Look. This is appalling. I've actually... Oh no, I can't say in case they watch. Doesn't matter, it was a Christmas Eve thing. I've got a surprise. If you're watching, fam, I've got a surprise for Christmas Eve. Oh no, and I've made like a little short penguin as well. Look at this one, he's become really short. Okay, alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 presents wrapped. That's not bad. Do I start putting them under my tree? We've never done that in the past because obviously Ava, but also the dog. I guess I could do that. I think I'm probably going to round this up here because I've got 20 minutes until the live and I want to just tidy up the area around me that's got Christmas presents everywhere. So hopefully this video wasn't completely boring and hopefully you enjoyed hearing my Christmas traditions. Hopefully you could actually hear me rather than just the noise of me wrapping. Did you click on this video thinking I would be doing a Christmas wrap rather than wrapping my presents? Because that would be fun. I am going to go, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you just want to boost my ego that my wrapping isn't completely awful, then please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below anything apart from wrapping tips, or subscribe to see better videos on my feed. Thanks so much for watching, keep smiling, stay positive, and Merry Christmas!